The Yolanda and Cornelius Show, a Christian perspective on hot topics surrounding our community with emphasis on personal and leadership development. This show is inspiring, informative, and entertaining. You never want to miss it. Now let's see what everyone is yakking about. The Yolanda and Cornelius Show. You may contact us through our website, www.tri-foldoutreach.com, or by phone, 800-664-1793.
Welcome to the Yolanda and Cornelius Show. I'm one of your hosts. I'm Cornelius. Yolanda's not with us, but we have our co-host, Pastor Glenn, and we are grateful for his input and everything that he brings to the show and his energy. But also with us, we have Miss Ayana Anthony, better known as Yaya. LA Creates. She has so many handles in the social media world, and this interview is tailored around what she's about to tell us as it relates to part of her life, the part she wants to share with us, and then how she came about with this wonderful expression of faith. So welcome to the show, Miss Ayana. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Wonderful. Let's give you some applause up in here, girl, for being with us. Thank you. Pastor Glenn, are you there?
Yes, sir, I am here. How you doing, Pastor Hill?
Gotcha, man. Just doing what we do. Well, hey.
Pastor Glenn, I am in the house. Ayana, how are you doing?
Yeah. She classy.
She classy.
Classy.
Classy with a bougie nickname.
Yeah. Just a little bit.
I got you.
She's classy. Classy. Yes.
So where you at? Where you reside at?
I live in East Nashville, in Madison. Mm-hmm. In the Madison area.
Is that where you grew up at? Are you a Nashvilleian?
Yeah, I am a Nashvilleian, unfortunately, but but most of my family is in Memphis. But I did grow up in Nashville. I grew up on the south side of Nashville, Claiborne, Charles Davis, Green Street. And then as I got older, I moved to East Nashville, over on North 2nd, Stockton Street, and then I just made my way on to Madison.
Yeah, Nashville, you a hood, baby.
Yeah.
Strong
neighborhood.
There was some strong neighborhoods, because myself, I came from South 5th Straightway, East Nashville, and all those other harsh places.
Right, so you right down the street, North 2nd and
right.
Cleveland. We right there together.
And so you got some family in the M-Town, I heard, in the M-Town.
Yes, sir, I do.
So,
great. Yeah,
Ayana, Glenn, hold up before y'all take off. Glenn, don't you have a daughter named Ayana?
Yes, I have a daughter named Ayana. She's 18, and she's from the north, up in Memphis, up in M-Town. Yes. So your name is unique. Yeah, your name is unique. I like it. Yeah.
We special people.
And she is bad, a.k.a. and bougie. She is bad and bougie. So with a name like Ayana, a.k.a. Yaya, there's got to be some bad and bougie. And probably, if you're not careful, a little ratchet mixed in with it.
Just a little bit. Everybody got a little ratchet in it.
It's a wee spell.
Everybody has ratchet. Okay, Ayana, what is ratchet? Bit. Tell us what is your definition of ratchet?
Well, I always, fighting, got a real bad attitude, stuck up, just always into some mess. Everybody always, got something to say and just can't keep your mouth closed and see them here and see them there. It's just ratchet. You're just all over the place.
So I call that a lack of self-control. Would that be a good definition of ratchet?
Yeah, that would be a good one. Lack of self-control.
A lack of self-control. Wow. Mm-hmm. So growing up in East Nashville, growing up in South Nashville, of course, we know that you grew up in an area that was, we're going to use the term impoverished. It was not Brentwood. It was not Belle Meade. It was not Hendersonville. Having that background and understanding the social economic status of those communities where you're from. How did that motivate you to become better and the person that you are today?
I've seen a lot growing up, living on the south side of Nashville. I've seen a lot. And then I also went to church on the south side of Nashville, Claiborne Street. Pastor Judy A. Johnson was my pastor at the time. So I've seen a lot. My grandmama lived in the project. My mom lived in the project. So, and then I was like, this is not the life for me. So much stuff was going on, from killings, fighting, and it wasn't for me. So my mom, she realized that, you know, this is not where we're supposed to be. This is not how she wants to raise her kids. So then we end up moving to East Nashville on Stockholm, off Cleveland. We was there for all the way up until I turned, I think it was 13, 14. It wasn't as bad as South Nashville. It was a little more laid back compared to the South Side. It didn't have the peaks and perks and downfalls, but it taught me a lot as well. The kids that I hung around, went outside and played with, they taught me some different things, and I learned different things of looking at it. And then that's when my mom moved to Inglewood, and that was like a totally different life compared to what I'm used to. Inglewood was like I wouldn't say high class, but Inglewood was more settled and calm compared to what I grew up in prior to moving to Inglewood. And now I'm in Madison, and I don't know, I just look at the world different now. I look at so much that's going on in the world, and it's like it has to be something better. Something better has to be out there. This is not the life I want to live. So now I just took it upon myself to try to make change, and I was still going to church and doing what I was supposed to do, singing in the choir, praise dancing. And they kind of changed my life, you know, changed it around to where I need to be a better person. I went to Maplewood High School, so I kind of threw myself backwards when I went to Maplewood because it was a little ratchet at the time too. But it didn't give away our it didn't make me. It didn't break me. It just prepared me for the person who I am now. So that's really about it.
Well, hey, that's life. So you've talked about your motivating factors. Pastor Glenn, I know you have several questions for her as we are strategically putting this in place. So at this time, I know you've heard her story. You've heard bits and pieces of her Damascus Road, Pastor. How are you gonna let's twist that and move it from ratchet to righteous?
With this inspiration that has helped you to move forward to produce a shirt with such a large claim, with such a large, statement, such a bold statement.
Okay.
What has this done for your Christian walk, so to say? I mean, has this one?
It put me closer because of the situations that I've been through and the circumstances that I've come through. So it put me closer in my walk with God and Christianity than I have when I was younger. Certain situations, from relationships to family relationships to medical issues to just looking at the world itself through my eyes, has put me in a closer walk with God himself. Like, faith was something that I really didn't know too much about until my mom drilled it in my head all the time. She was that's all she did was drill it in my head. Shout out to my mom. But she was another reason why, because she had a situation, and she was like, baby, all we need to do is just, have faith and just know, put it in God's hands, and we just don't let it go. And I found acceptance in those hardships coming up to where I was like, I might as well just leave it to him. Just let him have it. Just trust him and believe him. He's going to fight my battles for me. So therefore, why not just put the faith in it and let it go? So that's what I did. I put the faith in it and I let it go. And my walk with him couldn't be better than it. It's better than what it ever been, has ever been, or will ever be. Like, it's amazing. I love it.
Okay. So what is something that I know I keep hearing you saying that your mother has drilled this into you all. They're just kind of just drilling it, focusing it into you all. Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
10 years from now with the T-shirts with my brand.
No. In your Christian walk, because like now, I'm pretty sure that this Corona pandemic has affected, your business to grow. But even during the time of this pandemic that's going on, where do you see yourself 10 years from now in your walk with Christ? Because, sometimes some people can get so consumed in their work and so consumed in their finances because they know finances coming, everything's growing, and you can stray away, from God. So in the midst of doing this, are you passing out? Are you giving away? Are you tithing from this? Tell me. What is this motivating you to do for others? So to speak?
It's kind of like 10 years from now. I can see myself probably walking right next to him. Like, he right here, I'm right here. Like, even though we're close now, but I see myself even being way closer, seeing myself knowing the Bible more, knowing how to give back to people in the Christian way more, knowing what to do and what not to do when it comes to the Christian lifestyle. Because, they say sometimes to be a Christian is too bougie or act like this, or Christians ain't this, or Christians ain't that. So I just feel like I want to give a different purpose, especially by me being young now, for the youth my age, to where they know God is real. He is who he said he is. Like, I'm a walking testimony of it. Like, there's so much out here. Yeah.
Well, I tell you what, since this shirt is based upon faith, healed, I kind of think I ain't got real rest in good sense. So I'm going to step out on faith and say that she's going to sow a seed, and we're going to be able to pay bills, saying that this show is being brought to you by.
Yeah, it's bill paying time, y'all. She understands that. But anyway, this show is brought to you by Walker's Cafe and Grill. Walker's Cafe and Grill, 109 UN Drive, from 12 to 5 on Sunday. Come to Walker's Cafe and Grill. This show is brought to you by Forever Zion, www.foreverzion.com. If you want your boo, your bae, your man, your woman, your child, your grandmom, granddad, anybody in your life accessorized, go to www.foreverzion.com. This show is brought to you by the Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church, 1506 22nd Avenue North, the Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church. As you know, we're in this quarantine thing, but we're doing Facebook Live, we're doing Instagram Live, we're doing Twitter Live, we're doing YouTube Live. Just follow us at Facebook and on Facebook at the Ephesian Primitive Baptist Church, or you can follow me, Cornelius A. Hill, on Facebook, or Arne Hill on Instagram, or Hill Cornelius on Twitter, or Cornelius Hill on YouTube. This show is brought to you by Tri-Fold Outreach Ministry, 2nd and 4th Sunday, 49 Dry Creek Road, Goodlettsville, Tennessee, at 7 p.m. Those are our wonderful sponsors, and guess what? Because of them, we have a little bit more time to talk to Miss Ayana, ratchet, classy, bougie, all of that entrepreneur. Yeah. So, Ayana, I got to go here. We finished switch gears. What and where did you get the name Yaya? Who gave you the nickname?
It's crazy because I was working at McDonald's for 10 years, and it was a Hispanic. Her name is Arissa. She couldn't say my name right. So one day she was like, Yaya. I was like, what? She was like, Yaya. I was like, is that what you're calling me? She was like, yeah. So I just took it and ran with it and told everybody my name was Yaya. So people at work call me Yaya. People outside of work call me Yaya. So I just took it and ran with it. I liked it. And then it kind of reminded me of Lala Anthony. Instead of Lala Anthony, it's Yaya Anthony.
That's quick. Not Yaya, not Lala, but Yaya. That's what's up. Now, growing up, you talked about growing up, in a community that did not have that many financial resources. Was not a community where there was a lot of jobs that paid oodles and oodles amount of money. You're not motivated. You've moved. You're moving. You're still on the move. I know that question Glenn asked you. I want you to ask him that back. At some point in this interview, you can interview him and ask him, where will you be in 10 years, Mr. Glenn? Because if you would have asked him that question 10 years ago, he never would have told you he would be on a podcast. Never.
Right.
Like you would have asked me that question, I never would have told you I would have on my own radio show, my own podcast. I'd be on Instagram and be gramming and DMing folk and trying to help North Nashville. I wouldn't have told you I was going to be talking to Miss Yaya Anthony about her T-shirt line. But anyway, you get to grill him in a minute. But anyway, before you grill him and me, who are some of your, who encourages you the most to become who you are and what you are? Outside of mom, you know, and your faith. I mean, what individuals do you still? Because you should still have a hero, even at your age. You should still have a hero. So, who's your heroes?
Of course, my best friend, Dr. Peterson. Shout out to her. I met her in college, and her transition from college to now was like the biggest motivation ever. She motivated me from being crazy and out here to just changing your whole life around and getting involved in church more than what I have back then. Another hero, I would say, is my godmother. Her name is Carlette. She motivates me on a different level as well. Another one, I got one more. Her name is Yolanda. She was my cafeteria school lady. She worked in the cafeteria. She motivates me a lot as well. So really, those are the only three that really motivates me and push me and get me where I need to be. And then, my last one, my best friend in Kentucky, her name is Darianne Forte. She motivates me as well. She pushes me and keeps me going. Like, those women just keep me going, check on me, make sure I'm straight. They keep me going.
That's what's up, Pastor. Go ahead. Pastor Glenn.
Is this when I'm getting ready to be drilled? Because if so, me speaking no English. No, I will say this. If you would have asked me 10 years from now, where would I be? Pastor Hill's right. I would definitely not tell anyone or have told anyone that I would have pastored a church. I would have been on the radio. I would have been on podcasts. I would have been helping the community, taking care the least, the lost, and the left out. Nowhere near any of this. As a matter of fact, 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I had 3 sermons. And I had 30 titles to go with them. Oh, my goodness. But now I'm a Bible reader. I mean, I study. I preach line upon line, here a little, there a little, precept upon precept. You name it, that's me. And I take my ministry serious, you know. Right. So, yeah, my faith now compared to what it was 10 years ago is just phenomenal. I mean, it's just overwhelming. I've lived like you. I've lived in East Nashville, grew up, in, not so good neighborhoods, right, but I struggled to get where I am, even with education, dropping out of school, because of my own choices, and then having to pay for education when I could have got it for free. Right. And then living across the globe, being faced with different opposition, being faced with different things, drugs, violence, you name it. But yet still he had his hand of protection over me. And so now I do what I do because of him. Just like you, all the things you've been through, you do what you do because of him. Exactly. So, I praise him for that, and for you to come up, as a young entrepreneur, even, battling through the times that we are now, you still haven't lost hope. You still, like when we talked earlier, that you said during this time of this pandemic, it just gives you another opportunity to step back, go back to the drawing boards, look upon what you're getting ready to design, a new way of putting certain things on your T-shirts, to where other people are just scrounging around trying to say, hey, what else can I do to bring income in and leave whatever it is that they're doing now? But you're still holding on to that. So I applaud you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's rough, because it knocks a lot of stuff, but I mean, I still got to hold on and keep pushing and move forward and know that my time is coming. So I'm pushing. Like, I'm holding my faith. Sometimes my faith get a little thin, but then I think about it and sit back and regroup, and I have to get myself together. So I'm pushing.
I gotta get myself together. Hey, I gotta get myself. Hey, look at you. Now, listen. Now, I remember Sasha before this major transformation. Love her dearly. I call her the Sauce. I want her to have her own talk show, The Sauce with Sasha. I've had her on this show before. We went live. We didn't even record. We went live Facebook. How did y'all meet in college? Like, what was that meeting like? Because Sasha loud and Sasha aggressive. And Sasha...
She was... Time out. Time 5 plus 6 minus 4. You mean to tell me that you run with Sasha?
Yes, I've been rocking with Sasha since 2008.
Yeah, she ratchet.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about you. Yeah, you ratchet. Okay. Sasha went in on me. The South went in on me. The first time I met her.
Yeah, she quick. I'm more of the laid back one, though. She's more the wild, but you know how you have that one that's wild, but you got that one that's laid back that you never know what they might do. The
good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
So now I'm really curious. I like that thing you said. How did y'all meet?
Yeah, I want to know this. Like, this is what I wanted. I want to know that she was looking at Sasha up and down. Was Sasha looking at her up and down? Was something, because Sasha's, they night and day when I met Ayana. Well, Ayana, she's still really shy to me, but Sasha just loud and...
Yeah, she's always been like that.
Yeah, she turned.
I met Sasha, of course, we went to theater together. I graduated in 2014. So we had a class together. And Sasha was the one that if the teacher asked a question, she know the answer. Like, she really know the answer. I'm the one that was laid back, like, I don't even know what's going on. So we had a test one day. And, of course, everybody wanted to be around Sasha because she knew all the answers. So I wanted to be around Sasha, too. So she was giving up the answers back and forth, speaking and giving the answers or whatever. And, after class, I thanked her. We just had a conversation, and we just clicked. Like, it was just crazy. We just clicked, because when I first met her, I was like, look, she is loud. Like, somebody tell her sit down and be quiet. Like, you know how you always have that one in class that just think they know everything and just won't be quiet. And that was Sasha. Like, you could not get her to be quiet. But we just clicked. Like, I don't know. A lot of people say be night and day. But we just clicked. And I love her dearly. It's just, I don't know, it was just a click instant right then and there. I guess because we had class together, and then we was living in the same dorm room. We ended up being roommates. Like, it was just crazy.
Oh, yeah, that's what's up right there.
Hold on. Y'all end up being roommates.
In the dorm, yep.
Yeah, that's
in
love.
the dorm. Yeah, in the dorm. It was crazy. I don't even know how that happened, but it just happened.
So she on one side on the phone going ham, going in. You on the other side on your bed with your blanket covered up, talking about some, I stand people.
Just listen, she will be quiet. Like, somebody please get this girl to be quiet. She's loud. Just stop her. Calm down. And after a while, I was the one that kind of kept her calm. Like, Sasha, don't do it. Calm down. Just breathe. So, we just clicked everything in. Ever since then, we've just been rocking back and forth. I'm a guy with 2 kids, so we just been rocking back and forth.
Well, I have had a chance and opportunity to meet Sasha. She is great and wonderful people. Sasha, if you're listening, I take no credit away from you. You are a great and wonderful individual, and I definitely want to send a shout out to you and your son in this interview.
And her daughter. She got a daughter, too. Don't forget the
Does she?
Yeah, don't leave one out. Sasha, that for one. But anyway.
I'm trying to get you. I know you listen because you don't told me about her son, but go ahead.
Wonderful. Hey, let's switch gears to the shirts. This T-shirt line. We're going to move it. We're going to push it today. Hey, today, Glenn, was her first public radio interview. Uh-oh.
And it was done by the Yak because it is Yolanda and Cornelius show. Wow. You're on your way. You popping.
Hello?
Yeah. So you do know this is your first.
Hold on. I think she what's her name? She got knocked off. Yeah, hold on. I don't know what happened. Stuff happens. Let's see. Hold on, good people. I'm calling her back. We're gonna prank call her like Nephew Tommy.
Hello.
What happened, girl? We're gonna prank call you like Nephew Tommy.
I don't know. The phone just went up.
All right, well, here we merging this call. Here we go. All right, y'all there now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes, I know what happened. Sasha, since this is your first time being interviewed and
it's Ayana, not Sasha. Ayana.
Ayana, since this is your first time being interviewed, you're on the Yak, you're on podcast, you started shouting, and one of your earrings hit the phone, did. That's what it is. So you know what you should come up with? You should come up with a shirt that said, I was interviewed by the Yak.
I'm gonna come up with something just for that.
Now
remember, I said I get 2% proceeds.
Ah, look at you, man. You so ratchet. Ain't you ratchet? I just tried to, Ayana, I reached out to Lady Luck. She hadn't reached out to me today. If you could reach out to her and say, girl, call me so we can roast you on the phone, but just text her. But anyway, hey, talk to me about this shirt line. Where was the inspiration? Where did you get it from?
I got the inspiration basically just from, what I've been through growing up. And then a certain situation had happened to me last year in June, and it tested me so bad. It threw everything out the window at that moment from what I believed in. And I had to regroup and get myself back together, and it's like, gotta have faith. Like, you want to have faith to know that it's going to get better. I'm still kind of going through a little bit, but I know it's going to get better. So every time I think about the word faith, I just think about it's coming. My time is coming. Have faith. My time is coming. Your breakthrough is coming. So, that's why it goes so hard for me, just because of what I've been through, especially in the past year. So that's where that shirt came through, from relationships, family. Sometimes you have family members that, kind of set you against you a little bit. But you got to have faith and know that it's going to get better, So that's where the T-shirt line came from. And I'm going so hard for it because I know my breakthrough is going to come. And when my breakthrough is going to come, it's going to go.
So we met at Ephesians that Saturday, and you know what? Our meeting was so swift and brief. Like, I really needed us to see each other again so I would have a name and a face. Because Sasha just grabbed the shirt, and Sasha was taking pictures with the shirt, and I was like, where Ayana at? I don't even think we took a picture that day. Like, where it was about me, Sasha, and the shirt. She's like, right. This ain't your shirt. Where is the girl with the T-shirt? But anyway, we met and we're good now. We've had a few other interviews. Faith, finding acceptance in the hardship, Glenn. That's the acronym for faith. And Glenn, we all understand.
Wow.
Yeah, we understand acronyms. We call it the acrostic and Bible study acronyms, all of those things. So you talked about, you mentioned a hardship. You don't have to get autobiographical. But we know that you have experienced some hardships and you had to find acceptance. Take one of those hardships. You don't have to go into no really personal details. Take one of those hardships and tell me how you found acceptance in it.
One of the hardships was just a family member, knowing that they're not, I wouldn't say they're not family, or they act like they not family, but it's just, you know how you kind of have that one family member that always has some negative to say or always downing you and not pushing you, you know, where you need to be, especially when that family helped, you know, raise you as a child. So one of the hardships of just letting that family member go and just leaving them where they may and be moving forward, handling them with a long hand of food, even though I love them to death. They, you know, helped raise me when my mom needed somebody to watch, or when my mom couldn't be there, that family member stepped in. But as I got older, they would kind of show their true colors. And I'm just like, I can't do it. Like, I love you, you are my family, but I can't do it. I'm going to have to step away. And it hurts. Like, I cry sometimes because it's so close, but I just couldn't do it. And I just, you know, had to let that go. And that was one of the hardships that I encountered. And, you know, it was just, I just had to let it go.
Pastor Glenn, I know you want to chime in about family members, and sometimes you got to let your family members go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sometimes in order to grow, you have to, you know, push through family members. And it's
right.
like a seed in the ground. You know, dirt is your family, and that's what
right.
a lot of them will love to pack you down. And in order for you to grow, you have to push them aside.
Right.
And excel and move on and leave them behind. You know, it doesn't hurt. Of course it hurt. But just like the Lion King, I learned it in the Lion King when the monkey hit Simba on the hand and he hollered, "Ow." He said, "What you do that for?" He said, "Because, you know, that's life." He went to hit him again and he moved his hand. He said, "What you move your hand?" He said, "Because I learned that it hurt." That's right. You learn from your past. So sometimes I've learned that, you know, family can hurt you sometimes as well as they can help you. And sometimes you have to walk off and leave them behind. Right. Just to make it. Not saying that you don't like them. It's just that where I'm going, I can't take you.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, because you're not trying to, you know, you're not walking with me. You're just trying to, you know, you're just tagging along and you're hindering me. So, hey, it is what it is. I mean, right. You know. But the good thing is about it is, you know, you're making it. You made it. You're making it, you know, and you're going to make it. You're going to be prosperous. I can see that in you. So, you know.
And Jesus Christ had the same situation. They said, "Is this not the carpenter's son?" His own family didn't believe. His mama said, "Come on out of here, boy." Remember that, Glenn, in the Gospel of Mark? You do remember.
And who he is.
Yeah.
Right.
Who was my mother? Who was my brother? Because, you know, we enjoy family. The African-American tradition is based upon family due to some historical trauma. We're not going to go down that street. So we need family. We believe in congregation. We believe in just hanging. It's something about us. It's in the spirit of the culture that we were raised and reared in. So we love family. So family, sometimes that family separation can leave us with separation anxiety. And we've all been there, especially when you're finding and discovering your purpose. Did you ever experience some of that separation anxiety with anybody in family, or the adversity or the acceptance and the hardship? How did you deal with your separation anxiety? Because like you said, y'all grew up together. That's family.
Yeah. I dealt with it. I just, you know, I stayed away. And, of course, my mom knew about it. So, you know, she was like, going in the corner, say a little prayer, and just leave it in God's hands and move on, you know. And she was like, just have faith that it would turn around and it would get better. You know, it hasn't got better yet, and I still pray on the situation. But, you know, I just have to do what I have to do and move forward with my life. And, you know, and just hope that things will move on. Things will get better. Like, I want the relationship again. You know, I want to be able to come around and laugh and talk like I used to. But, you know, I just have to press forward because I can't be with nobody that's going to break me down. It's not going to keep my mind focused on what I need to focus on. So I just have to let it go. So I put it in I got in my little corner like my mom always tell me. Go in your little corner, say a little prayer, leave it in God's hand, and keep it moving.
Hey, you've kept it moving. Hey, I thank you. I thank you for this interview. We really appreciate it. It won't be your last time. we have to move these shirts. Now tell us how we're going to move these shirts.
We're going to move them. I'm coming to Ephesians, the one and only Ephesians. I'm coming to Ephesians, and, you know, I'm going to make sure, Pastor, I'm going to make sure you get a shirt. I'm going to make sure, you know, I have mine. Pastor she'll have one, of course. And then, of course, Brother Glenn, Pastor Glenn, I'm going to make sure you have one as well.
One. Wow, I like multicolors. Hold on now. I gave you a help on one, and my get 2% is a shirt. Just a shirt. I tell you what, I'll be happy. Look,
now this is a starting business. I got to make sure I do it right. And then when I get there, I got you.
If you give me multiple color shirts, then I can show different people how they gonna look in different types and different colors of shirts. But you know what? I'll settle for one shirt and 2 bill pays.
Okay. We can start off with one and move forward from there. I got you. But I do have it on my Facebook business page. It's LA Create. It's L.A. Create. And then, of course, I have it on my personal Facebook, Yaya Anthony, on my personal Facebook. I have an Instagram for my business page, L.A. Create. And then, of course, my personal Instagram, Yaya_Bless. I have it on there. You can always contact me via inbox, post, whatever, about the shirt. I do have different colors, black, white, green, gray, whatever color you want, whatever you know, however you want it, I can get it done for you with no problem. Shout out to my graphic designer, Justin Claiborne in Memphis, Tennessee.
Shout out.
He helped me design it.
Shout out.
You know, so I'm thinking about having different seminars and maybe like a little small pop-up gathering to kind of promote my church as well. So, you know, I have a little stuff in mind, and quarantine, even though it's not a good quarantine, but it's pushing me and, you know, making me have different sit-downs and, you know, kind of regroup and rearrange some things to where once quarantine is over, I'm popping out. I'm popping out like I ain't never seen, so I'm popping.
She popping.
Mm-hmm, I'm popping.
She popping. Well, look at here. We glad that you tuned in with us today. I know you're gonna. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna upload the show one day.
Okay.
But I'm gonna send it to you in a text message so you can send it out to anybody. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it'll be in a text message and you can just forward it. Boom, 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 boom. Glenn, you got anything you want to tell Miss Yaya before we go?
I want my shirt.
You just want your shirt.
I want my shirt, man. I'm gonna wear it with some new speakers to let everybody know that, hey, faith is it. That's it. I'm gonna promote you.
I'm gonna tell you. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna tell you. I'm gonna personally come and find you and give
not right now. Not right now. You have to come to me in a.
We're gonna be 6 feet apart. We're gonna be 6 feet apart.
Okay.
You know, I talk to you. You know,
look. You can easily find me. I'll be standing in the midst of alcohol, spraying for all the listeners. That does not mean look, it's 91% proof.
Right.
Not by volume.
Right. Let's clarify that.
Yes. It's rubbing alcohol, distilled alcohol, not drinking alcohol.
That's right.
You know, I come in the bubble and toss you the shirt across the street or whatever. I'm
you come in the bubble.
Give it to me and I will open it up in 14 days.
How funny.
It's been fun. Keep it up. It's been fun. Keep it up. Don't let nobody discourage you. You keep doing it. Keep being motivated. But most of all, keep God in your life and don't stop going to church. Don't stop giving him praise, because if it wasn't for him, you would not be in your right mind to come up with these ideas, okay?
Most definitely.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in to the Yak. I need y'all to do me a favor. You two individuals, y'all lovely. Just mute y'all phones while I play this outro. So the sound to be, just mute them. And then, hey, we good. And then we'll get back on here. And then I'll hit, we're done. We'll talk a little bit, have our post-production talk. And thank you for tuning in to the Yak. Go ahead and mute y'all's phones.
tri-foldoutreach.com. Yolanda and Cornelius are gifted speakers, counselors, and life coaches and would love to speak at one of your upcoming events. You may reach them by email at tri-foldoutreach@yahoo.com or by phone 1-800-664-1793. Remember to do justice, to love kindness, and walk humbly with your God.